Hey, what is it guys? Psychic Friend Toy Freddy here today. I am gonna be talking about this guy potentially for the last time, as I've talked about him in 2 videos. And yes, it is obviously about Young Defiant. Young started his YouTube channel on July 17th of 2009. His channel is currently sitting around 38.4 thousand subscribers, and he has uploaded a total of 153 YouTube videos. He does have a Twitch page known as The Ancient Pizza, but I don't think that's really as important as nothing has been uploaded onto that. The type of content that Young Defiant is known to do are rant videos, and pretty much mainly videos critiquing various forms of media, whether they be video games, anime, or movies. But the problem is that he puts zero effort into them. His critiques are very much regurgitating the same points that a lot of people make, or pretty much spewing out nonsense throughout his whole video. And, like, what I said about the editing earlier, that pretty much applies to almost all of his videos. Like, he puts zero effort into them. Hell, even I could probably recreate that in, like, less than a few seconds. Young Defiant is also known to have a pretty bad attitude when it comes to pretty much everything at this point. Starting off with how he treats his fan base. He treats his fan base very horribly and pretty much acts like a spoiled child when it comes to them, basically demanding them to donate to him or else they would be blocked from viewing his streams. Pretty much. And don't get me started on his attitude towards criticism. Like, this guy can really not handle the smallest piece of constructive criticism, for crying out loud. Because, like, if someone were to criticize him, he would basically start spurging out, or he would just straight up file a copyright strike. Both are pretty bad. And let's also not forget the whole Ninja Mima X drama. Basically, Ninja Mima X compared him to DSP, and he pretty much started spurging, and even attempted to raid his Discord, and pretty much got clowned in DMs. So it pretty much gives us a rough idea of Young Defiant and his attitude towards certain things, such as his attitude towards criticism. I actually have a theory for like why Young Defiant has been acting this way, and I don't believe he is a troll. But before we talk about that theory, let's talk about his fans. His fans are quite questionable, as it is kind of surprising that he has a fan base, and boy, Young Defiant's fan base are possibly the biggest group of glazers I've ever seen, bro. Like, they would defend this man to hell and back, which is quite funny considering Young basically hates his fan base. And these guys would always repeat the same points about how I'm obsessed or how I'm secretly a fan of his, and by their logic, if you guys criticize me, then you are secretly one of my fans. Kind of funny if that... yeah, it's just that nonsensical, to be honest. It's like they were brainwashed to feel this way. And now, onto this segment. Hello guys, welcome to the very first episode of Psychology with Psychic Friend Toy Freddy, a series where we psychoanalyze various YouTubers. And in this episode, we are talking about none other than Young Defiant. Keep in mind I am not a licensed psychologist, and all of the claims I make are speculation. And basically, like, this is my theory on like why Young Defiant has acted the way he does, basically explaining why he has such a large ego and like all that stuff. And I believe that he may not be trolling, but might have a case of a condition known as narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD for short. And if you don't believe me, I will do a comparison table of Young Defiant's behaviors with the symptoms of NPD. I am actually basing this on the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders 5th edition, which has a page about narcissistic personality disorder. And let's start with the table. The first symptom Young Defiant tends to show is a grandiose sense of self-importance. This is a common symptom of NPD. And Young Defiant has had instances where he has shown this symptom, and I will play audio of that.
Young Defiant, aka the king of gaming, the king of YouTube, the realest gamer on the internet, the 100% fact spitter, the higher level thinker, the leader of the real gamer movement, the king of anime, the king of manga, and the one who's better than you in every way, has once again returned to deliver the facts, has once again returned to deliver the greatness, even though you losers on this channel simply do not deserve it. Shout out to all the members of the real gamer movement, shout out to everyone that believes in this high quality, amazing content that I provide, and chooses to financially support me by either becoming members of the YouTube channel, or following me on twitch.tv/theancientbeats and subscribing or donating over there. Whatever way you choose to financially support, shout out to y'all for financially supporting. The rest of you freeloading losers that never financially support me in any way, well, you simply do not matter to me in the slightest. You don't donate, you don't matter.
Since this is how he tends to describe himself, this is an example of the first major symptom of narcissistic personality disorder. 2. Fantasies of success, unlimited wealth, etc. Young Defiant has shown these symptoms multiple times, proclaiming himself to be one of the greatest YouTubers to ever exist. And, like, he tends to glaze himself a lot. 3. Believes that only people of a higher status could understand him. Young has shown this multiple times where he claims that only real ones or other high-level thinkers could understand him. Which links to my next point, which is number 4, a sense of entitlement. Young Defiant has been shown to be very entitled, which is pretty evident with how much he begs his fans to donate to him on live streams and stuff. 5. Requirement for excessive admiration. This also links to the donation part, and he does tend to call his fans frauds because they aren't donating enough to him. And I'm just going to speed run for the next few. 6 is interpersonally exploitative. 7 lacks empathy. 8 envious of others or claims others are envious of him. And 9 shows arrogant behavior and haughtiness. Keep in mind, an official diagnosis has not been made, and this is all speculation. In conclusion, Young Defiant is possibly one of the worst YouTubers I have encountered. From his narcissistic tendencies to his low effort content to how he treats his fans and his sensitivity to criticism, he has all the negative traits that you would not want to find in any YouTuber. With that alongside his pretty awful and sensitive fan base, it pretty much proves my point. And, like, there could be a chance that he's trolling, but, like, based on, like, what I've observed, he may not be a troll. And before I conclude this video, the shoutouts I would want to give are Adepti Online, formerly known as Database Productions, Cookie Plays, and Shodomaru. They helped inspire this video and my coverage of Young Defiant, and provided the necessary information for me to make this analysis. And to Young, if he somehow discovers this video, please get off of YouTube and talk to a therapist. That would be nice.